Welcome back to the Against All Odds, the Less Than 1% Chance podcast with your host, Maria Ponte, where we will hear stories of incredible people thriving against all odds. And my hope is that we can all see how life is always happening for us, even when we are the less than 1% chance. Hey, welcome back to Against All Odds, the Less Than 1% Chance podcast with your host, Maria Aponte. I am just really feeling this energy right now of whatever's on my heart is something that I need to speak. And I listened to a talk today with Trent Shelton in the Growth Day app. If you aren't already a member, I'm going to put the information in the show notes. It's been such an amazing transformational app in my life. I listen to this every single day. It's a personal development app created by Brendan Burchard. And honestly, he's got the most incredible speakers on there. And so today, Trent Shelton, if you're not familiar with him, go look him up on social media, spoke, and it hit me in all the places that I needed to listen. And this month, the talks were all about self-esteem and confidence. And he really spoke to what he calls his three commandments to confidence. And it was just everything that I needed to hear for myself. So because I have learned from it, I feel like that's what I need to bring to you in today's episode. So here we go. I'm going to pour in a little bit of what feel like I've been experiencing and what I need to do, and then a little bit of what he talked about, because it kind of all goes together. And if you've ever noticed, when you have something that you need to learn, that you feel like it's a repeating story in your mind, and things just keep coming up that highlight that repeating story, that the thing that you need to learn, right? It's like my friend and mentor, Brad, always talks about the feather the brick in the Mack truck. And I know that I've talked about this before, but it's that if you don't listen to life's lessons and you don't feel the feather of life telling you, hey, wake up, this is something you need to learn, then there's that brick that goes through your window, and you don't read the note that's on the brick that went through your window. You focus on the hole in your window. And then when life is like, all right, she's not listening, let me hit her with the Mack truck. And that lesson is really in red letters on that front of the Mack truck, and you get hit with it. I feel like that's what I've been experiencing over the last few weeks. And it's been kind of this internal struggle of something that I need to let go of. And I know that I'm not the only one that feels this. So I hope that this resonates with you. But right now, it just feels like we're still at the end of autumn, right? Of the fall. And this is the time to let go. Like the leaves are falling off the trees. The trees are letting go of those leaves so that it could prepare for winter, and then come spring and summer. And so this is all cycles of life. And so I feel like right now I have been struggling myself with not letting go of this story that I'm unworthy, that I'm not enough, this story of perfection, this story of what other people's impossibilities, and Trent Shelton just talked about this, that other people's impossibilities shouldn't burden me in any way. Don't allow other people to put their impossibilities on you. And I feel like I've been doing that lately, but with just so many different aspects of my life. I really want to come on today and speak to that, of letting go of that story and letting go of the perfection and letting go of the unworthiness, because we were born worthy. We were born worthy. That is not something that we lose. It's maybe something that we lose sight of. And that's where I have felt my own struggle over the last few weeks, that it's something that I've lost sight of. However, I have never not been worthy. I was put on this earth. God had me already in mind, in his own plan, to be here. And that in itself makes me worthy. And it's crazy when we just let this story of I'm not worthy, and I become my own enemy. I become my own hater. I become the person that's bringing myself down, when we need to stop chasing an enough that doesn't exist. What makes us enough? So we get into this story of, oh, well, I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not enough of what is enough? What would make you enough? And I think that this is something that it hit me deep when I heard him talk about this today, because I'm like, that's right. There isn't an explanation of what would be enough. And if there's no explanation and there's no checklist of what would make me enough, then what standards am I holding for myself? Do I need to strive to be the best version of me? Absolutely. But what checklist am I not seeing? Am I not checking off that wouldn't make me enough? And it blew my mind when he put it that way, because it's so true. We're chasing this ideal of enough, and we are enough. And we are worth it. And we are so worthy of our goals and our dreams and happiness and peace. We are worthy of all of that. That just really hit me. He said this mantra that he says that he starts his day with, and it's, I am worth it. I've been worth it, and I will forever be worth it. Yeah. Like that just, oh my gosh, like I get chills just even thinking about it. And I'm worth it. Can you imagine waking up every morning and personally put on headphones as soon as I get up, and because I don't want to wake anyone up, and I put on headphones and I listen to what we call the Daily Fire, which is on the Growth Day app. It's every morning. It's a message from Brendan Burchard, and it just is literally something to start your day with fire. Can you imagine that in my own routine, I'm listening to this as I use the bathroom and brush my teeth and get dressed and all of that, right? Can you imagine as soon as I put that down, or even beforehand, look myself in the mirror and tell myself, I am worth it. I've been worth it, and I will forever be worth it. It is showing myself to myself that I am worthy of it, and that all of the abundance and all of the joy and all of the peace and everything that I want for my life, I am worthy of it. And again, this is something that I will now add into my morning routine. But every morning I put on my headphones, listen to Brendan as I'm getting ready. And I'm going to add standing in front of the mirror before leaving my bathroom and telling myself, I am worth it, I've been worth it, and I will forever be worth it. And if I need proof in any moment of doubt, if I need proof, and I want you to think about this, if you need proof of that worth or that enoughness, if you need proof, look back and look at everything that you've been through. And guess what? You've already survived your worst day. you've already made it through your worst day. So whatever you've been through, you've survived through already. That's been hands down the biggest book of proof that I can think back. If I look back in my life, and I've created a podcast based on my life being against all odds. If I look back in my life, and I might get emotional, if I look back and think, okay, when I was in my mom's belly, when I was in utero, my mom went through a miscarriage. I had a twin that didn't survive, and I did. Okay, I'm worth it. I am enough. If I went through illnesses and I've survived cancer 4 times, and I've survived sexual assault, and I've survived depression, and I've survived infertility, and I've survived a tough divorce, and I've survived grief, and I've survived losing my career, and I've survived so many things in my life. I've already been through that. That's my book of proof. That is the proof that everything I've been through, I've survived through, that I am worth it, that I am enough. And it's crazy to me, the stories that we continue to tell ourselves. And if we would speak these out loud, we would look like insane people. I look at myself as like, what, Maria? You literally have created a podcast based on the fact that people have gone through tough situations against all odds, and they are here, and they are worthy of all of their hopes and dreams, of all of the things that they want in life. They are worthy. And why are you telling yourself in your brain that you're just not worth it, that you're not enough, that you need to be more, and you're already more than enough? God put you on this earth and gave you these big dreams. And why would you not be enough? Oh my gosh. Today's talk just blew my mind. I will forever be worth it. You will forever be worth it. You are worth it. You've been worth it, and you will forever be worth it. It's very tough because other people putting what they feel it's impossible for them on you. I am kind of experiencing this in some certain ways, and it's really hard. And I could tell you this from firsthand experience. It's really hard to go after something that you know in your heart it's what you're made for. But then, like, all of these walls that the world has, right? All of these fears that everyone else has, you hear them so loudly that you forget that you were made for something more. And you forget to go after your dreams, and you forget to listen to what your heart is telling you, what your gut is telling you, what you know you're made to do, because all of everyone's perceptions and impossibilities that they have for themselves and their fears, they're placing them on you. And sometimes we have to let those stories go. We have to let go of the fact that if they don't believe in you, then you need to believe in you enough. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so emotional just because it's hitting a chord in my own life right now. And we can't allow other people's fears to stop you from achieving what you were made to do. Oof, that is, oh my gosh. I definitely was not expecting to get this emotional.
but it's really striking a chord, and it's crazy because you teach what you need to learn. And I know these things, and sometimes you just need that reminder. And sometimes it gets ingrained in you when you teach what you need to remember. Maybe that's better. You teach what you need to remember, because I am feeling this to the core. Another thing that Trent Shelton said in that talk today that I highlighted and put in bold and all the things was, faith is knowing that a door is going to open up in your life that doesn't exist. What does that mean? Faith is knowing that things will work out, and it might not exist in your realm right this moment. For example, again, this podcast, this was not in my existence. This wasn't in my thought process. This wasn't even a dream that I had when I was growing up. It wasn't like, I want to be a podcaster. What? That didn't even exist. I felt compelled 4 years ago to say out loud, I'm going to have a podcast. Did I even pursue that dream in the slightest bit until May of this year? No. To me, it's knowing that sometimes doors need to slam shut in your face so that we can have faith in knowing that a door is going to open up in your life that didn't exist before. And I'm going to say this out loud because I wholeheartedly feel I will be a speaker. I will be on stages. I will speak my heart. It's not something I ever prepare for, even here. If I even have, maybe I'll have notes as to, oh yeah, this was really impactful for me, but I never write out anything. Whatever, I speak from my heart, and I just feel like I was made for this. I was made to do this. I survived everything that I did. My book of proof is what I needed so that I can pursue a dream of being a speaker and impacting thousands upon thousands of people at a time. And I will write a book, and am currently doing a podcast where I have people from all over the world listening to this, to me talking about whatever's on my heart, or interviewing people that have gone through insane, crazy things against all odds, and they're still here. Truly feel like this was the reminder that I needed, that I am worth it, that I've been worth it, and I will forever be worth it. And Trent also said, your current situation is not your final destination. I really want you to listen to that again. Your current situation is not your final destination. So you're going through really tough times right now. I'm with you. I understand. But that doesn't mean that your dreams and your goals and all of the things that you know you were made for aren't going to happen. So don't base your vision for your life, don't base it on what you're experiencing right now. Just know that you have this book of proof that you've survived your worst day already. If you need any type of reassurance that you've got this, it's that. You've already survived your worst day. Already. Let's keep a vision for our life that is pure and is ambitious and you're worthy of, and that you're enough for. You were made for this. What were you made for? What do you have on your heart? that you sometimes wouldn't even imagine speaking up into existence? What do you have on your heart right now that you know wholeheartedly you were made for this? I was made to help people. I know that. I couldn't have gone through everything that I went through just for the mere fact that I went through it. Absolutely not. I refuse to believe that. I was made for more. I was made to help people. I was made to go through cancer in 2015 and start a health journey that completely changed my life. That I got to help others change their life. That I can now help others financially change their life. I can do that because I experienced 2015, because I was in that moment of 2015 where I was in the middle of, am I going to have cancer again? Or is the surgery that I had, was that enough? I went from that turmoil and depression and unhealthiness and all of these things to, I'm going to change my life. And with my journey, I'm going to help impact other people. And it's worked. I've been doing it for 8.5 years. And it is so incredibly gratifying. And sometimes I allow the noise to slow me down, but I'm always here. I'm still here. I still show up. And every season doesn't look the same, but I'm here. And I know that I'm meant to help other people. And I know that I'm meant to continue to speak up. And I know that I'm meant to do this and to help impact other people and change their life and change their habits and change their perception of themselves and show them that they are here, that they have this confidence within, and that all starts with the promises that you keep to yourself. Oh my gosh. He said, confidence is not being full of yourself, but loving yourself fully. And I think that's where we feel like, oh, well, confidence is being cocky. No, it's loving you unconditionally. It's crazy because I remember when I was writing out my ideal relationship and ideal partner and all of this, I remember writing, loves me unconditionally. Well, guess what? I needed to love me unconditionally first. In order for me to find what I wanted in that person, I needed to do it for myself first. And that is so eye-opening because we are always in this search of something so ideal, right? We have this ideal vision of what we want for that ideal partner or friendships or whatever, or business. But we have to work on us first. We have to be that first for us in order for us to be able to give and find that in others. Because if then we wouldn't be prepared for it. We wouldn't be prepared for it if we don't first show ourselves that ideal, that love, that unconditional love. It blows my mind because as adults, we forget to be happy. So awesome to see kids playing and they can be mad 1 second and happy the next, and they forget quickly and they don't hold grudges. And there's some people that are very unhappy all the time. And that's no way to live. What can you do to simplify happiness that it made it so that you had no other choice but to be happy? What if happiness isn't when you reach a goal? What if happiness is finding happiness in every day, finding appreciation in every single day so that you fully understand that it isn't a destination, it's the journey. Happiness isn't a destination. It is literally the journey that you go on every single day. It's the journey that you go on every single day. I won't be happy when I hit my goal weight. No. I need to find appreciation and happiness in every single day, every workout, every meal, every whatever, right? Do I enjoy working out? It isn't my favorite thing, but I really love the feeling that I get afterwards. I really love the feeling that I get afterwards. I don't love the burn, but that burn leads to having this amazing feeling of I made a commitment to myself, and that promise that I made to myself, I kept, and I feel alive, and I have this energy, and it's finding happiness in the journey, because happiness is not a destination. It should be something that's there every single day. Every single day. Find it. That's why you start your day with good things in your brain. You don't start your day scrolling social media. I promise you, I don't scroll social media early in the day. So I start my day, I put on my headphones, and I might take a screenshot and post it, but I'm not scrolling to see what everyone else is doing on social media. I make sure that my day starts with goodness in between my ears. I need positive things in between my ears. And I start with that, and I'm going to incorporate I am worth it. I've always been worth it. I will forever be worth it. I will incorporate that into my day. And then I meditate and go inward and feel the things that are happening inside and visualize the life that I want to live, and understand that may be what I'm going after, but I need to appreciate and be grateful for every single moment that takes me towards that goal, towards that vision of my life. Because the moment that you start being a magnet of appreciation for life, all these amazing things continue to come your way. There isn't a greater way to manifest things into your life than appreciating your life currently and that future self, and appreciation for who you were, because she got you this far. He got you this far. Okay. I hope that helped in some way. It helped me. It felt like my own therapy, being able to speak from my heart and incorporate things that I'm learning myself. I'm telling you, this app that we as body partners have partnered with Brendan Burchard. So we have the ability to also sell the app, and there's monthly options and a yearly option that saves you money, and it is so worth it. It is so incredibly worth it. That is what I start my day with every single day. It's called the Daily Fire, and it's Brendan giving all his goodness. On Mondays, there's a Monday Motivation with Ed Milet, which is, again, one of the top personal growth coaches. And on Wednesdays, there is a topic that someone goes live into the app with, and there's all kinds of challenges, and there's a journal in there and life scores, and you guys, mind blowing. But today was everything I needed. Let go of the story that you're telling yourself. Perfection is definitely, it doesn't exist. Okay, so get that out of your head. You are worth it. You are enough. You are enough. And stop letting other people's impossibilities waver your dreams. because you are worth it. And you've been worth it. And you will always be worth it. I hope that helped today. Thank you so much for listening. Peace out, guys. Love your life. Bye.